Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? NukemDukem here, and I just got a brand new computer. It cost me $2,500, which is $2,500. And the main reason why is I started, I live stream a lot now, and a lot of games these days require 1080p 60 frames per second. And then I usually dual stream both on Twitch and YouTube in that setting. And then I played a game on my computer, and my computer was just dying. I was like, okay, it's time to upgrade, and I bought my old computer that I've been using for past 2 years, and it's already showing signs. I mean, it's a great computer if you just play games by yourself on ultra setting, but it can't handle the type of things I need for video game production. So I got a new one right here. My old one, let me show you. It's right down here. So what I'm using right now. You can't. Oh gosh, the wires. Hang on. Sorry, blurry headache. Give you a headache. Here's my old one right here. As you can see, there's just so many wires with all my gaming setup here and the triple monitors. Okay, put you back where you belong. Okay, yeah, my old one. Let me give you my old PC specs. It was a Intel i7 quad-core 3077K at 4.6 gigahertz. And then it was an NVIDIA GTX 670 and 16 gigabytes at I think it's DDR3 at 1800 megahertz, and it had a Hyper 212 Evo cooling, and then it had 256 SSD, which is a fast boot up, and then I had a 2 terabyte hard drive that was 5,400 RPM. So let me tell you about this new one that I just bought. So basically, I just came mail today. You're like, Nukem, why didn't you build your own computer? I'm just so busy. I have a full-time job working with children with autism. I do behavioral therapy on them. Then I come home and do a live stream on Twitch for several hours and have to cover several games. And I was just like, I can't build computers right now. So I looked at many different gaming companies and told them what I need, which is dual streaming on both Twitch, YouTube, at 6 to 10 megabytes a second in 1080p 60 frames per second, playing the game at ultra setting, and recording it for YouTube too. They're like, okay, so this is the one I got right here. Basically, here, oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and switch it to the main. I had it custom built, and then I negotiated with them, and this is what they were able to hook me up with. All right, let me go ahead and turn on my monitor right here. Oh gosh, I forgot I was. Okay. I have to change it because I was actually using this for a live stream, and I had to adjust all of my monitor settings. Don't worry, it's coming up. There you go. Just try and put everything back to normal here. Okay, almost there. Sorry. Okay. Kind of normal-ish. Okay, we'll hide that. There we go. That's good enough. Okay, so this is what I got. I got a very powerful one. I decided to get a silent case because I used to have a bunch of gaming cases, and which is fine, but I now have an extra spare bedroom, and I don't want to wake up the person. You know, if I have a friend or a family member spending the night, I don't want them. If I need the computer on, I don't want to disturb them. So I decided to just forget the gaming design and just get a nice silent one where it kind of hides the noise or masks it better. So I got a steel ATX mid-tower silent computer case, and then I got an Intel i7 5820K unlocked, where you can actually overclock it, and it's 6 processors at 4.4 gigahertz. Now they decided to go safe, where it's 24/7 stable usage, but I'm going to overclock it to probably about 4.6 to 4.8 gigahertz, so 6 cores on that. The reason I didn't get a higher processor is because the different caches and the stock speed, and overall it didn't make too much difference in my opinion to spend that extra couple $100 to $700. I got a CPU liquid cooling. This is the most popular one right now for liquid cooling. It's the CORSAIR Hydro H100i liquid cooler. You can see the specs right there. And then I have the ASUS X99 Pro, which means it comes with a Wi-Fi that ups to a gigabyte of download speed. And then for my memory, I have a DDR4, and it's a 16 gigabyte G.Skill Ripjaw, 2400 desktop memory. You can see the speed and trimming right there. And the graphics card, it's an EVGA super clock GeForce GTX 9800 GTX. And I am probably going to SLI that in a year so I can get better graphics card. Then I have a 2 terabyte 720 7200 RPM, so I can't speak right now. And I have a 1 terabyte SSD inside the computer. I actually used my own, and he installed it for me. And then, you know, just Windows 7's best for gaming and what I need right now. So he got all the high quality parts for me. So let's go back to me and unbox this baby. I spent a lot of time not showing you the game, the computer, and now you probably just want to see it, and that's what I'm gonna do. All right, go ahead and look at this. So first you should probably ground yourself, and I'm not going to because I'm not smart, and yeah. Grounding means, if you're a computer noob, means you don't want any electric shock where it shocks the computer and destroys everything. And okay, here we go. A lot of plastic to make sure. I don't know if you guys can see this. Here we go. Oh god, don't fall, don't fall. Okay, there you go. Inside its computer case. So I got supplied the box of the motherboard right here, just in case I need to do any quick edits. So in here is all the equipment I need for everything in the computer. So has all the drives, has all the extra parts I need in case I need to attach anything. Put it in one small box, easy, simple for me. Uh-oh, lag. Okay, there you go. Now, let's go for the meat of the shield right here. Okay. Whew. Okay. Okay. Okay, you know what? Let me get a small table. Maybe a small table might be better. Okay, got a small table. Okay, here we go. Okay, woo! Should I open it from the top or the bottom? I feel like I'm gonna open it from the. Yeah, I'll open it from the top. You know, if I open it from the top, I just have to pull it out, but yeah, I'll open it from the top. This is where it helps to have a friend, but I live alone. Since I live alone, I have to do everything by myself. Okay. This is not recommended. So don't do this at home, kids. Okay. Woo! That was easier. Okay, which one's the top? Shoot, which one's the top? Okay. 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 Man, this is very professionally done wrapped. Happy I actually bought it from this guy. Okay. Okay. Woo. There we go. Okay, here it is. Whoa. Whew. Look at this beauty. Oh, man, the sound of that. Okay. So, let me go ahead, give you a little... Okay, let me get rid of this string. Okay. So, you can see on the top right here. Sorry, camera's bad. I'm holding it weirdly. So it has two 3.0 USB, two 2.0. This changes the color, headphone, and then microphone jack. Then here, inside, you have just, I don't know if people use this anymore. Right here has a little dust filter coming in and noise damper, so it won't get as dusty and preserve the computer a lot longer. See right there, you can add a drive slot bay right there. Probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, there we go. Just close it, and you can feel right here. It's actually foam right here, so it dampens the noise and protects it from the dust. Right there, and then you can see the tags down here. G.Skill and all the components, main things to it. Here's the side right here. Here's my handprint, and then the top. You know, you have two fans on top. This is where you can put the cooler. Now let's get to the side. Okay, put this back. Sorry that gave you guys a headache. Okay. Now which way does it open? Okay, it opens this side. Oh, let me show you the back. Okay. Has a nice fan right here, and then okay, nice fan, 4 USB 2.0, old school mouse, and then a here is where you can flash the BIOS if you need to flash the BIOS. 6 USB 3.0s right there. Ethernet. Here is the 1 GB AC Wi-Fi, so you can go up to 1 GB down there. Then you know you got your line out. What's this called? Optical. Then you got your bunch of different speakers, and then you can hear it. It can hold up to 3 graphics card, to SLI 3 graphics card. And then you have your power right here. Good thing it's switched off. And then you can just screw off. Let me see if I'm screwing off the right way. I feel like it's going to be this one actually. Yeah, and this one's just probably the back where you hide everything most likely. You know what, I'm going to go other way because I feel like this is where you open it. And this side right here is more the side where you use to cover up the wires. Okay. Woo! This thing weighs 50 pounds. Okay. Oh god. I should probably go over here more so you can see me. Hi. Okay. Okay, you should be able to just pull it out. There you go. Okay. Right here, it has noise damping material right here too. You can see that. It's basically like a little nice foam pad right there. So noise damper right there. Very cool. Put these 2 screws on my desk so I don't lose it. And then the inside's protected. Good thing I didn't turn on the computer right away or we would have had some issues. Okay, now it's ready to use. Sorry, there's not good lighting in here, is there? And then this should go down there so you can see the bottom. Let me use my phone and see if I use the light on my phone, that will help. Okay, kind of. So right there you can see the motherboard is huge, which is great. And then here's a liquid cooler right here, and then you store the fan on top, 2 fans on top right there, and then liquid cooler, and then you have 4 sticks of G.Skill, so 4 gigabytes each, and that's DDR4 at 2400, and the 6 core is right there being cooled off. Here's the EVGA Superclock GTX 980, and right here is for, what is this? I'm not sure what that is. Oh yes, okay, that's surround sound, 7.1 surround sound. Inside connected it for the best sound possible. The graphic card can hold up to 4 HDMI ports, so that's gonna be good for 4 monitors for me. And then here's the bottom supply right here. Then right here you have your optical drive for your CDs if people still use CDs. And you have your easy cases where you can just put in a hard drive and just stick it right in. It holds it in place. Right here is my, it's kind of small, I don't want to pull out because I don't want to pull out any wires right now, but this is my 1 terabyte of SSD right there, so that's a fast boot up and fast record. And here is a 2 terabyte of 7,200 RPM right there. And right here you have 2 fans right here. You can't really see it. Let me see. Can't really see it. But right here is what reduces the sound and collects the dust in the front, so you can just collect the dust in front, so you can just remove the dust filter, get rid of the dust, and it will still be clean inside and dampens the sound all around. And on the back side here, on the other side case, that where you use to hide the wires. Let me actually show you the wire how you hide the wires. Okay, hang on, let me turn off my flashlight here. Okay. Okay. So hopefully this is not bad, because hopefully the wires don't pop out. It'd be hard to put back in, but I've been doing this for a while, so shouldn't be too bad. Okay. So this is where you can hide all the wires in back, so it's not in the front right here. And he did it very beautifully, where everything is nice tied together in a little zip block right there, and a nice screw. It has those portables where you can stick the wires on top throughout the whole bottom. Right here you have the processor where you can see the 6 cores, and he did a beautiful job. And then on the other side is more noise dampening material, where this thing should be pretty silent. Okay. So you just saw my whole brand new computer, and let me go ahead and boot this up, and then I'm gonna show you the Windows index of how good it is. All right, hit that like button.